Hi everybody. How you doing today? Well, when I got up this morning, I found myself just wanting to stretch and stretch and stretch. Do you feel that way? Sometimes it just feels so good, doesn't it? I'm not talking about yoga, that's great too, or stretching like that, but just before you even get out of bed, just reaching, stretching, twisting, turning. The morning stretch, I call it. Why is it so good? Well, I'm not a scientist, but I figure my muscles have all been kind of sedentary for, I don't know, 8 hours or longer if I'm sleeping longer than that. And I think they just want to be moving. Muscles were made to be stretched, right? And so they just want to expand and contract. Of course, when one expands, another contracts. It's the way the body works. And it feels great. And so my question for you today is, how are you stretching yourself theologically? How are you stretching those belief muscles, those theological muscles? How are you pulling them apart a little bit and stretching them so that they'll grow, so that they'll be healthy? What are you doing about that? How do you do it? That could be through prayer, could be through reading, could be through conversations with other people, might be through prayerful pause with a pastor. Where is it that you can get ideas that you don't know the answers to and you have to think it through? You might end up right where you thought you would, but thinking it through might lead you in a different direction, and you could have a totally different conclusion. What do you do to stretch yourself and your faith? Anything? Or do you just sit and be kind of comfortable? Oh, yeah, it feels good. Yeah, it does feel good and comfortable until you get up and you try to walk around. And then if you haven't stretched, you're stiff, you get a little lame, you're not as well balanced. Stretching, really, really important. And we see all kinds of TV commercials now about stretching our brains, right? That the older we get, the more we age, we need to stretch our brains. What do you do to stretch your spirit? I don't have an answer for you. I know what I do to stretch mine. I read things that are different from what I believe. I do some studying of how different world religions interpret things. I talk with people and I listen to what they have to say about why they feel the way they do. Sometimes it's with some of you. Some of you really stretch me with your questions. Do you ask yourself those questions? And what do you do? How do you find the answers? Oh, I can't even begin to tell you the ways to do it, but I know we have to. So, starting today and tomorrow, I invite you when you're lying in bed and you're starting to do, a big stretch. And if you're not, please do. Stretch, twist, extend, pull back. Talk with the Spirit about it. Ask the Spirit to expand you, to stretch you, to stretch your beliefs. That's how they get strong. It's how they grow. When my daughter was little, she fit from here to here. Her head was here, her feet were there. A cubit. For a little while, I called her my little cubit, but that didn't catch on. And of course, now she towers over me, right? But when she was really little, before she could walk or crawl or anything like that, I used to take her one arm and the opposite leg and just tug at him gently and go stretch and grow And then I'd switch to the other two and grow and stretch. Stretch and grow and grow and stretch. And she would just giggle something fierce because it felt great, I think, to have those pulled and so that she could feel that and she could see me. That's what we are asking God to do with us. Stretch and grow and stretch. So with that, I will leave you to figure out how you're going to be open to letting God and asking God to do that for you. And I don't have the answers for you. You have the answers for you. Well, God has the answers for you. So ask about them, okay? All right, everybody. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me for the Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. This time outside of time to think of something greater than ourselves. In this case, how to stretch and grow and stretch in our theology and our relationship with God. I'm Pastor Deb of South and Irondequoit Presbyterian Churches in Rochester, New York. And until next time, God bless. Take care. Go stretch. Bye for now.